Good morning. My name is Kay Ellis. Most of us received a letter from Doug this week talking about this year's consecration campaign, which begins today. Our theme is telling our story, which includes looking at the New Testament church, particularly the church at Antioch, and relating its characteristics to our own congregation. According to our recent letter, this year's consecration emphasis is aimed at telling all of our audiences, this is who we are as a church, this is what we do and why we do it, and when you support Northway Christian Church financially, this is what you are supporting. Well, as many of you probably know, Northway Christian Church is a 107-year-old congregation, begun in a butcher shop on McKinney Avenue near Hall Street in June of 1906. 10 members started this church more than 100 years ago. And I think that the name those early members selected says a lot about what they must have wanted their church to be. They called their new church the North Dallas Sunday School. That name tells me that they wanted to provide religious education for their children and spiritual growth for themselves. Today, after several moves northwards and many years of congregational growth, we're still following those same goals. The visioning process of the last couple of years reaffirmed that Northway is a congregation committed to learning, committed to education, a faith community of the head as well as of the heart. Northway has also long been a church that is committed to outreach, to serving the community, to reaching out to those around us who need help in order to have better, safer, more productive lives. It's been nearly 35 years since Frank and I served as outreach chairman for the first time, and Northway's outreach programs have been important to me since then. I grew up in this church. When I think about the leaders of Northway who impacted my life as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, I certainly think of the ministers who served here, but I also think of a wonderful array of lay leaders who came out of Northway to serve the community. I think of Parker and Jean Wilson, who stood for social justice and racial equality during a time when neither of those were very popular causes. I think of Herndon and Margaret Wagers, who are devoted to fair housing and ecumenicism. I think of Dr. Robert Shaw, who took 20th century medical science to a 1960s Afghanistan that lacked the most basic health services. Today I think about Northway members who improve homes and build latrines and conduct Bible school in Honduras. Northway Christian Church has wonderful stories to tell about providing education, about serving the community, about inspiring its members to try to live Christ-like lives. Also, each of us has our own story to tell about why we're here at Northway and about why we will be part of this year's consecration campaign. In that spirit, may the morning offering be received.